another one, yeah. It's a full strong, yeah. Oh, it's another one. It's another one, yeah.
Good evening. Welcome to our YouTube channel. This is iBoxingHub. I go by the name of BNG, featuring yours truly, Trey. What's good?
Good, cuz I was just singing the intro, man. It's another one. It's another one. It's another boxing roundup. Jeez, just done a little freestyle. But guys, thank you so much for tuning into the show. My cousin, I'm just really excited just to talk boxing with him because this is a little catch up, but it's a catch up for the world to get involved as well, man. So big up Al Heyman, who's obviously behind the cameras as well, doing his magic. He's obviously waiting for the Champions League. It's the big Champions League games for the football fans. So, guys, we're going to keep this short and sweet. Because Joyce versus Zhang, repeat, or is it going to be revenge for the second fight that's coming this weekend?
Revenge. I'm going with revenge. Like I said this previous time, this is the first time in professional boxing Joyce has been defeated. It's his first L. You know, the ref had to stop the fight because of his eye. I believe if it wasn't for his eye, it could have went to distance. I don't know. The outcome could have been different. Not too sure. But I believe now, going into this rematch, he's put on a bit of weight because I think the first fight he lost weight. Don't know why, but I believe he's going to do the job. I think he's going to knock out Zhang mid to late round because Zhang, he's what, 20 stone? He's big, but eventually he'll gas out. Fortunately, they're not all built like Tyson Fury with the stamina.
Trust me. And big up Tony Ellis as well. He's obviously saying Trey's got the vocals. I can't lie. Look, it's my cousin that's blessed with that. So, no, big up to him. It's obviously his tune. So, guys, if you ain't heard it, another one, Tants, check it out on YouTube. But, cuz, I can't lie, I'm going to be the person. I'm going to go for repeat for the big bang Zhang in between rounds 7 and 9. The reason why I'm saying this is I'm saying this because I don't think Joyce has had enough time to prepare for a southpaw. I think he needs more professional fights against a southpaw to learn how to deal with them. Big Bazza boxing, obviously big up to Big Bazza. He mentioned that the drills, he's constantly drilling it in with his fighters. I don't know. I don't think that this time period he's had enough time to sort of deal with a southpaw, man. And I think Zhang's just going to do the same thing, but in and around 7, 8, and 9 rounds. My boy Corey, obviously big up to him. He's obviously saying he's going to do it in 8. I'm going to go for 7, 8, and 9.
Going into this rematch, I know Zhang's confidence is sky high, but if he believes that he's going to do the same thing, I don't think Joyce is going to approach the fight the same way. I think, you know, he has to improve on his defense and his movements. The one thing about Joyce, he gets hit too much. You know, I know he's the juggernaut or whatnot, but even though Zhang was hitting him, he never dropped him. Do you know what I mean? It just shows you Joyce is still strong. But I believe mid-rounds we're going to war.
Yeah, no, definitely. And big up Tony Ellis as well. He's obviously saying respect. Look, cuz, this is why I love doing these shows, because you're a fan, I'm a fan. We're just giving our perspective of what we generally think as fans, and obviously everyone can get involved. Zhang, I can't lie, big bang for a reason. He was just catching him. It wasn't he was throwing haymakers throughout the whole of the fight. No, he was just boxing. You know, he was pacing himself, but catching him. Do you know what I mean? He was catching him with the backhand. Like when he wanted. It seemed like he could pick and choose the times that he caught him with the backhand, and he did. So, look, I love the juggernaut. I love the energy he brings. My heart, I would love him to win. But look, Big Bang Zhang, we can't deny the man as well, man. He's also hungry. You know, Hopkins said it the best for Charlo. He's starving. I think, you know, Zhang's starving for that title shot. And I think he's looking at the Fury fight. He's looking at maybe fighting Usyk next if he gets his job done again.
I mean, obviously, I don't want to overlook Zhang. I don't want to overlook Joyce. So, I mean, what happens if this fight is a draw? Would we see a trilogy? We're talking about repeat and revenge, but there's a possibility where it can be so close where it's a draw. So then what?
Oh, cause that was just the you know, them ones where you just so gassed about it and then you just think draw. I can't lie, man. That would but I guess with Fury, you know, doing his thing with Ngannou, obviously he's like, there's time in boxing right now in the heavyweight division. So yeah, could we squeeze in the trilogy? Maybe, but maybe do that trilogy in China. Let's test the waters in other markets, man. Let's see. Give Zhang at least the opportunity to fight in front of his people.
Fair enough, but that's if the money's right now. Because remember, it's not for, you know, it's just for a position. It's not. It'll be different if, let's just say, if Zhang was to beat Joyce and he challenged Fury, but to fight in his hometown, and I believe the money will be serious. Do you know what I'm saying? Because obviously it'll be the first, you know, Japanese world contender.
Yeah.
I mean, but again, like I just think, like I said, I'm an underdog in it, so I'm backing Joyce, and I believe he knocks out Zhang. That's just my personal opinion. I think he knocks out Zhang because Fury said it. He said, looking at both of them, they're both slow. All due respect to them, but like, you know, the movement is just slow. So, but I think Zhang is slower than Joyce, if that makes sense.
Yeah, look, I think it's a good battle. The first battle was a good one, and we definitely saw that Chinese power. He said it before the fight. He said Chinese power, and you know, the Chinese power eventually, you know, got on top of the juggernaut, man. So we just have to see. Let's see, you know, what sort of fighter, you know, the juggernaut comes on, especially for this fight. I'm sure he's hungry to get his revenge, but Zhang is also hungry for a title shot. If he wins this, he will still maintain that position for that mandatory spot for U6 belt. So it's one of them ones, man.
We're forgetting here, yeah. All these people in mandatory position, they're going to be waiting for a very long time because Frank Warren has made it clear, for Baron, they said that after this exhibition fight, they're in talks for Usyk and Fury in the new year, possibly in April. So the likes of, let's just say, Joyce or Zhang, Herkovich, they'll be waiting until summer, September 2024.
Yeah.
It's a long wait. So my question to you is that, are they going to wait or are they going to, you know, compete in another fight? Because bear in mind, you've also got Baby Miller and I've forgotten his name now, the other guy in the mix for the WBA regular title.
Yeah. I can't remember his name, but I know who you're talking about. Yeah. No, definitely. It's look, the way I see things, especially in the heavyweight division, regardless, it's part of the territory right now in terms of the heavyweight division. It's, you know, it's a bit of a chaos because Fury's doing his thing. Usyk's obviously got the belts. He's gonna, you know, give the mandatory positions a title shot. So whoever's gonna win between Joyce and Zhang, Usyk has to challenge them next because they're, you know, mandatory. So if Fury and Usyk doesn't happen, then, you know, Usyk's gonna have to defend one of his other belts.
Well, moving on swiftly, on Fury's undercard, Fury and Ngannou, you've got Bokoli v Taka. That should be an interesting fight.
Woo! This is gonna be a scrap. Like this, a proper scrap. I'm obviously gonna be rooting for Bokoli, you know, Congo, and look, I just hope, you know, he puts on the statement and gets that result. And big up Rah as well. That's our iBoxingHub brother. He's obviously saying evening, gents. Look, the show continues, and we're obviously going to do the energy, what we do. Rah's obviously going to be at the press conference and fight night with our own Rico Boxing. So guys, look, make sure you're following their socials, because they're obviously going to be live at the place. And look, I love the work that both the guys are doing, man. So this is why this channel is so special, because it's not only me and my cuz, but we've got some special guests like Rah, Rico, and we've got another, you know, special guest that will be joining our show very, very soon. So big up to them. Cuz, let's get down. Yeah, Palamos music. So much. This is why I love doing these shows, man, because Palamos is on it. He's obviously said Mahmoud Shah. So that's who Jamil, you know, Miller is fighting. Big Baby. So it's going to be a big fight for him, man. But cuz we're hitting that 10-minute mark. So you know what that is. That's Conor Ben's return. Like, look, just give me an update on your end. Who's he fighting? When's it happening?
You know what? He's fighting this Saturday. Is it in Orlando? I've forgotten his opponent's name. I don't know where his opponent's
an American one, yeah?
Huh?
He's in America.
He's in America. Yeah, he's in America.
No, look, so, I love it. I love it.
In a way, I'm happy that he's back, because
I'm happy, man.
We do miss the you know, the buzz. That's it. His name is Orozako. Yeah, that's who he's fighting.
Orozako. Yep, I'm happy. He's doing the American tour. Like, at the end of the day, yep, thank you so much, guys, for getting involved, fighting in Florida. Look, for me, cuz I can't lie to you, a lot of people can talk about this and that and this and that, but the boy is fighting in the Mecca of boxing. So if he needs to grow his name, that's a good place to sort of fight and just keep it in the low whilst the other stuff here in the UK gets sorted out. And Rah, thank you so much. He's obviously getting involved. He's saying, can't complain. Age 24, Mexican, never been stopped. It's a good battle. You're fighting a durable opponent. And look, I'm just going with Ben here. Ben's gonna produce a explosive performance, man. I think he's gonna produce an explosive performance. Look, 24 KOs in 32 fights. Look, 32 wins.
This is gonna be. This is fight.
Yeah, he has to. He has to, man.
If he was to lose this fight, ooh, I wouldn't really blame him. I don't think it's a main event. I don't think so. No. Because he's fighting on somebody else on the card. Should he lose this fight, I would say he's been inactive for like what, for over a year and a bit. So I'm not gonna say, oh, you know, he's this and that. No. But once he beats his opponent, they have to make the Eubank fight next.
He's gone, cuz he's gone for it, man. I know. You know why you've gone for it? Because, bro, yeah, I know we watch WWE, the storylines and all of that. Yes, it's perfect for that. Like it's the fairy tale fight, it's the trilogy, it's heritage, it's family. So if both fighters won it next and the money's right, make it happen. So Eddie Hearn, come on, make it happen. And obviously Rah is saying a few guys who have sparred Ben confirms that Ben hits harder than anyone. So he's representing, you know, the UK up there. And look, I think he's going to come explosive. The Destroyer is back. So I just, for me, putting aside everything, I just want him to just do a tremendous performance and just get the job done in the States so he can build momentum.
Just a quick one. Off the topic. So I'm hearing Amir Khan is calling out Jake Paul. Is it worth watching? Sorry, is it been worth Jake Paul challenging?
Nah, man, he did not. Nah. For me, no. But look, for Jake Paul, because I'm putting on my, you know, content creator hat on. For Jake Paul, it's perfect because he's getting a whole boxer or ex-legend, say, or whatever. And if he beats that person, then that's another person to tick off. Because it seems like, you know, nowadays fighters are looking at who you fought. So you got to tick off them big fights, man. You got to tick off those areas that you fought as well. Like you've done the States, you've done these areas, you've done Mexico, you've done, you know, the UK. Like, you know, like I'm waiting for Canelo to fight in the UK, man. But look, that's another subject for another day.
Hopefully,
Look,
Eubank Jr.
Ooh, that's what I'm hoping for. Look, but look, we're looking too far ahead. Like Charlo, look, he looks hungry, so I think it's going to be a good fight. Palamos music saying Amir loves a pound note. That's all. Look, he does. We all know he does as well. So let's see what happens.
O'Hara Davis is going to be fighting. Is it Barroso for the vacant regular? Is it the WBA title?
Yeah. Bukayo Saka's is saying that fight in Saudi.
What, Jake Paul and Amir Khan? If it was to happen, it makes sense. Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, it would definitely. And now Crawford and Spence are done at 147. There's opportunities. Look, Rah, I definitely agree with you. I think my cousin obviously said it best. BNG said it best. If Crawford is moving up, just vacate the belts, man. Give the other people opportunity. NS Boots is there, and you know, there's opportunities. And look, still don't like how Connor's career been moved. Still talking about Eubank Junior fights rather than the fights that move him towards a world title. Exactly. Look, for me, I want you to go for the world title fights. That's for me as a fan. I just want him just to tick off his list that he's become a world champion. Then whatever happens afterwards, Ben's going to be there. In my opinion.
Yeah. But I suppose, you know, at the same time, it's about the money as well, because you got to think of it. Him fighting Eubank Jr., there's a possibility if it does happen in the UK, it could potentially happen in Wembley Arena. It could potentially do 100,000. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, big money, big payday for both. So win or lose, he can still challenge for a welterweight title. Whereas Eubank, I want him to, you know, to challenge for a world title. Because I know before he had the IBO and people class it as a fake belt, whatever, but you know.
Still a champion, you know, but it's not more recognized than the other sanctions, man. So that's the thing. So that's, you've got the WBA champion, you've got the WBC champion, you've got the IBF champion, you've got the WBO champion. The belts are out there, especially in the midweight division. But the division's looking good because you've got the likes of Denzel Bentley, Too Sharp. He's in that division. You know, he's got some decent names in there. So let's see what happens, man.
Yeah, we shall see. We shall see. Yep, Isaac Chamberlain. Yep, that's a fight I cannot wait to watch. That fight, I've got a feeling that fight might steal the show.
Oh, yes. Look, Raz obviously saying that I'm guessing DAZN must be pressuring Eddie to make pay-per-view events. Possibly. And that's why, you know, they're pushing for the Eubank versus Ben fight. But I think regardless, whenever it happens, that's something that will happen. Admit, we're all going to tune in, we're all going to watch, and this is going to be a tremendous bout. And Bukayo Saka's obviously saying, we need the RnR Hour back. Rah, are you hearing this? They're calling for you. They need the RnR Hour back. So make that happen, lads. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, I guess that's it. That was a quick roundup. You know, who's playing? Is it Man U and Arsenal?
Man United and Arsenal playing, man. So, boy, we need to. We're playing. You know what it is? Arsenal got a tough game against PSV. We've obviously got a tough game against Bayern Munich. But let's see what's happening. But Palamos is asking for the hoodies. Winter's coming. Look, Palamos, we're gonna make it happen. Trust me, man. So it's all in works. But yeah, trust me. And Rah, obviously, apologies, Bukayo, much love. And look, life's coming at him fast. But look, Rah's going to be back. Rico's going to be back. But make sure you guys follow them in their socials. They're obviously going to be live at the event. So, guys, just tune in. We're active. So, yeah, big up to them.
Yeah, man. All right, then, guys. Well, we're back here again on Sunday at 7:30. Like I said, on Saturday, it's going to be, for me, my prediction is revenge. Joyce is going to do the job and knock out Zhang. Just remember, guys, to like, share, and subscribe. Have a lovely, productive week. Peace and love.
It's another band. All the Mars and cars now, whichever hit up. Light up my scars with a sweet one, please. Someone flicks me a bag by the end. So, it's another one.